I gotta get some glue in here. It's got a glue stick in here, but it doesn't want to push through. I guess it's at the point where I can't help it. Glue is going to be coming out here. But I got to get this started. Trying to hold it in the center as close as my eye can tell. It's centered. It could be off a fraction thereof. That'll come off the bench. I'll just scrape it off when I'm done. Once I am sure that that'll stay, I can put a little glue here. Let's just see what we got here. Now we're a little bit off center, but it's not scraping the threads. Alright, I don't know if you can see that or not. Alright. I have no idea. Let's see if we can turn the screen over here. I can't see the viewfinder. When I try to flip it, it goes upside down. So take my word for it. If I'm out of camera, I apologize. I cannot see that. Alright, it's not plugged in, so you're not going to see anything. Alright, now I'll stand up and see if I'm in camera. Yep. Okay, the heat gun is still on because what I got to do here I hate to. First, let me get this. This glue is sticking all over my fingers here. Get the glue off the bench first. It comes off the bench pretty easy. We got to unhook this. All right, and this is the input to the unit, and goes to the output of the regulator that Jim made. So now what I got to do here is I got to shorten these leads so I can bring them into here. But I got to tap into it, which I can do easily enough. After I cut these, I'll have two, a red and a black here, that'll go to the LED with a resistor in series. And I can always put the resistor, use this as a tie point on one of these potentiometers because they're not doing anything anyways. And also I could use the tie point here. So it's shaping up pretty good. Oh, let me get busy on that. And we'll join you in a bit. Okay, this is what I did. I stripped them back about 3/8 of an inch on each one and twist them together and put them underneath the screws here. So we got the positives on the right, because the positive up here is on the right as you're looking at it. Negatives here. So what we've got is a positive and negative for the LED, which is going to go here. And we will simply hot glue these wires down, or they may be okay to just put off to the side. However they lay, as long as I got room to get the LED in. So now what I got to do is I got to search for an LED. I've got plenty of LEDs. Plenty, but I don't have an LED that has a bezel that would go in here. In other words, to screw in or some kind of a mount. I would have to just simply push an LED through the hole and see what I can come up with. I've got LEDs that go back to the 60s, 70s. But I also got some clear ones I got from Jim quite a while ago. But that is not what I want to put in here. I want to put either a green or a red. So let me see what I got. Hang on. Alright, these I've got from Jim a while back. These I got from Jewett City Flea Market. And there was a mixed stuff there. And these I got from also from Jewett City Flea Market in a big box of electronic stuff. Back in the days when I could get stuff, it was a year or two ago. Then I've got these type. But they're microscopic for me to work on. Let me see if I can get you over here. All right, let's see. I don't know. I can't see the viewfinder. It's not very impressive, is it? I want it to be coming through, sticking out, so it can be seen. Alright, so I'm not done yet. Okay, these go back way back. Go back way back. Can't even talk English, huh? Let's see. These are old LEDs and transistors. Now, these I can work with. Am I in camera? Okay. It's still a little big for the hole. I mean, small for the hole, rather. But all it's going to do is just be an indicator. Now, I don't know how bright they're going to be. And diodes and everything in here. And they're all the same. There's a yellow one. but the leads are too small for me to work with. They need to be long enough so I can solder to them without burning it up, because sometimes I can't get the solder to stay on there because I can't see what I'm doing. You know, the same old sad story. You know how that is. I put these diodes back in. A lot of these diodes came from the days when I got bulk supplies, stuff from Polypacks. Some was sent to me. This is an extra TL494 chip that Jim Asbell sent me for the insulation tester, which is what it uses. So I got to check the batteries on that. Dual diodes for television. Alright, so what we've got here is a couple of diodes, and I got my heat gun still plugged in here. That's nice. My hot glue gun. It's only 15 water, but still, we don't want it to burn anything. Now, what we're going to do here, ladies and geraniums, we experiment. We don't use math. Okay, we're continuing on this project here. Off camera, I did some experimentation with some old LEDs that I had in my box here. These are real old. They go into the 60s, probably. And I was discussing this on the phone with Jim, and they're not really all that bright. He recommended to use a modern LED. They're much, much brighter. All I got is red. I do have one green one, but it's also a very old one. Okay, now these here, I got at Jewett City Flea Market a box of electronic junk years, I don't know, maybe 2019. And they're marked 2 volts. Of course, I got to pick one that hasn't got very good writing on it, naturally. Hang on a minute. Here's one that's 2 volts DC. The plastic's got that fungi on it, like some screwdrivers get, like the Exolite handles and so forth. It's probably upside down. I can't tell. Story of my life. Well, the voltage is right side up. All right, it's got an insulator in between 2 contacts. I've got 2.09 volts going into it, DC, into this, and it's pretty bright. It only works in one polarity, so it must be a DC, but when I put a meter on it, I get nothing. You know, when I put an ohm meter on it, normally if it's a diode, you read conduction one way and not the other. So I thought these were incandescent, but they're not, and you can plainly see it's actually pretty bright. You look dead on it, it's very bright. So I was thinking maybe using this. Most of them are yellow, and kind of like a fungi covered. And 2 boxes of these. I have no idea what they're out of, but I don't think they were ever used. But they're marked 2 volts. And then I have another box over here. These are green ones, but they're 28 volts. Same type of deal. Now, we're supplying a little over 2 volts to them without a resistor. because maybe the resistor's in here. I don't really know. 2 volts, but I can't read any current off of that at all. So it takes 2 volts. So I guess I could try to do it from the output, but let's put a milliamp meter in there and see what we get. .8 mils. Got it set on the right scale. And it's drawing, it's being supplied rather, a little over 2 volts, 2.035 to be exact. So it is a diode, because when you reverse the leads, it don't light. So it is a diode. There's no polarity marked on these things. None that I can see. Alright, it's 6 mils now. So we'll try this meter over here. This is set on milliamps also. The red one on the left there. So let me get that hooked up. I'll be right back. This thing's reading all over the place. It's definitely reading the current, because if I unplug this, the bulb goes out. This is a Harbor Freight, and I bought this thing new a few years back. 7.5. And 200 mils, so and this reads 6, so I don't know. We're still reading the same voltage. We got the same voltage going into it. And I turn the meter off, it's still, the bulb is still lit. So if I unplug the lead, the bulb will go out, so we do have the meter hooked up right. I don't know why I'm getting such a big difference here, but let me try to read the current on this here. No, it's 8 mils. Now I can't rely on any of my meters. I don't know. Very strange. So I don't know what the heck is going on here. I'm getting 6 on this one. I did start out with 7, now it's up to 8. I don't know what's going on with these things. So let's just round everything off. That's what I do. Let's say this thing is going to be drawing 10 mils, so we're covered. I don't know if there's a resistor in here or not. I'm banking that there is because it's long. Years ago I used to have neon bulbs that had long wires on it with a shank like this on it, and inside was a resistor with the neon bulb, so the resistor was inside the shell. I could probably break one of these open and satisfy my curiosity, because I have enough of these. The other half. No idea. No idea what the heck these are. No idea. I don't know what they are. There don't seem to be anything up into here. It's got something down in the base. I can't see it. It's too small. It looks like it might be a resistor, but if it's a light bulb or an LED or something, it's not at the end. It's empty shell. I have no idea what these things are. Mystery lights, what I'll call them. Enough of this. I got to get going on this project here.